Good evening, Nigerians. We are having a few hours to the beginning of the nationwide protest as tag end bad government. Before I start, I will review some of the location by states. For those of you in Abuja, you are to gather at Eagle Square by the Secretariat, FCT Abuja. For those of you in Lagos, you are to gather at Alausa Park by the Secretariat, Ikeja. For those of you in Benin City, Edo State, you are to gather at opposite Wema Bank, Akpawava Lane, Benin City. Then for those of you in Ibadan, Rose Wale Filling Station, Iwo Road, Ibadan. Then for those of you in Bauchi, opposite School of Agric, Bauchi, along Tafa Balewa Road. Then for those of you in Yobe, Maduguri Roundabout, opposite State Stadium, Damaturu, Yobe State. For those of you in River State, in South here, Rainbow Roundabout and Pantani Stadium. Then for those of you in Osogbo, Freedom Park, Osogbo. Many other locations will make available as they are make available to us. Now, a lot has been said concerning the upcoming protest that is starting in a few hours by 7 a.m. in a few hours' time. And then I must confess to you, the government have tried all their best to intervene to avert the nationwide protest, but unfortunately, it didn't hold enough ground for the protest to be postponed. Meanwhile, before I talk about some of the steps the government has taken to avert the protests, I will first of all want to list what the organizer have outlined for the reason behind the nationwide protest. First on the list is economic hardship, which is the root of many evil in Nigeria. And then second in the list is insecurity, which has become a growing concern as farmers are not being able to go to farm, and then that has led to more hardship on the Nigerians. Another point is power outage. For the 65 years of Nigerian, we are still finding it difficult to be able to have power. Power is a problem. You think of investment, you think more of how you're going to get power to get that to start. And then other one is food security. In Nigeria presently now, most especially under this present government, it has become so hard even to have a square meal in a day. So it's a growing concern that really warrants this nationwide protest. Poor infrastructure is a problem of Nigeria. We've taken it enough. The infrastructure has been so decayed to the extent that you are ashamed to call this country your own. Go to the hospital. Healthcare is there. Serious healthcare challenge. And that's why most of the elites, the politicians, they go to abroad to seek their medical treatment because they know the state of the medical facilities in Nigeria. So we that cannot afford to go to abroad, we need to call on the government to work seriously on it and get healthcare back on track. Education. Strike is the order of the day. As we speak now, the lecturer is already gearing up in the university for a strike as a result of the salary, 4-month salary of their strike that was seized that has not yet to be paid. Also, we have the what? Scarcity of fuel, irrespective of the high price. You still have queues in filling stations in some of the states, giving one reason or the other. And then the Nigerian youths have decided that with this listed and some other ones, we are going to go for a protest for 10 days from 1st of August to 10th of August so that the government will listen to the Nigerians. The politician will listen to the Nigeria. We are assuring the federal government we try as much as possible to make it peaceful. It's a protest of language. It's a protest of demand. It's not a protest of destruction. We, some of the organizers, we are going to try our best to make sure that it is not hijacked. And that is why the police, the security apparatus are supposed to be behind us, guide us, protect us, be at the front, back, and side to make sure that it is not hijacked. Meanwhile, like I said, the government have done some things just to avert the strike. I will also indulge you to take a look at some of the things that the government have done within a short time to avert this strike. One of them is Tinubu creating a center across the Nigeria where Nigerians can purchase a 50 kg bag of rice for 40,000. Meanwhile, as I read this to you, I have not been able to confirm any states where such has been implemented. Anyway, we are hoping to see. And secondly, Tinubu has also directed the Nigerian Petroleum Company Limited to sell crude oil to Dangote Refinery and other upcoming refinery. This is to see to the situation of the fuel crisis and see if that can also affect the price to come down, as a liter of oil is getting close to 1,000 naira as we speak. The federal government also has met with the governors from the All Progressive Congress under the axis of the Progressive Government Forum at the Presidential Villa Abuja to discuss the growing call for nation protests against economic hardship. And then this were to discuss with the governor and see how they can do this in their various states to avert this nationwide protest. Also, although Tinubu has earlier announced that he may stop the importation of import duties on food and essential commodities, Tinubu suspend import duties to cushion the effect of the inflationary trend in Nigeria. On Monday, he removed the duties on the food importation. These were done on Monday to make sure that the price of food items being imported into country are not much affected by the import duty that also increase in the price of this. Also, the president held an emergency meeting with a prominent traditional ruler and the imam at the Aso Rock Villa, Abuja, as part of effort by the government to ensure the planned hunger protest slated for August 1st to 10th is averted. And also, number 6, federal government also unveiled the youth internship scheme initiated by the NDDC for 10,000 youth of the Niger Delta region and approved 50,000 monthly stipend for them. Number 7, the Nigeria Communication Commission has directed telecommunication operators to immediately restore all blocked phone lines due to the non-leakage of national identification number to SIM card. This directive was disclosed in a statement on Monday by the Director of Media and Public Affairs, Ruben Mwaka. The telecommunication industry regulator explained that this directive was in response to the widespread disruption caused by the blockage and to prioritize customer convenience. Lastly but not the least, the President Bola Tinubu on Monday signed the new minimum wage act into law. The brief ceremony was witnessed by the President of the Senate, Godwin Akpabio, Deputy Senate President, Barau Jibrin, and the House Leader, Professor Julius Ihonvbere, who represented the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas. So what am I trying to say? All these are some of the efforts that the federal government has taken to make sure that they avert the strike. But unfortunately, I am speaking to you now categorically that the strike is going to begin tomorrow morning, and then it is not a destructive strike or a destructive protest rather. I mean, the protest is going to start by tomorrow, and there is not a destructive protest. It's a protest of trying to let the government know that we, the citizen, we are seriously inconvenienced with the situation of the country. A reliable Nigeria should know that the country is so hard, and then it called for such protest. At least let the government listen to us for once and solve this problem that has been what? It's solvable. It's solvable. We are not asking for what is impossible. We are asking for what is possible. The protest will start. In the course of the protest, you can continue, do what is right. Start doing it. Let us see it. If you can call off the strike, the protest along the line, that will determine on some of the action the federal government must start taking. Thank you very much. Once again, before I call it off, please and please, in every state, the organizer, I want you to be very vigilant. Anybody that tries to go against the outline on how the protest is going to hold will be held accountable, will be dealt with decisively by the protester. And also, I will urge the federal government, don't employ people to inflate the protest. If we identify them, they will get it woto. We are going to be dealing with whoever that go against the outline of the protest by ourselves. We're going to deal with them and hand over them to the security agency. So don't try. And like I said, it is not a protest of destruction. Rather, it's a protest of making Nigeria work again. And it must work. It must have to work. It will work. So we are not embarking on what to make Nigeria not to work. We intend to make Nigeria work again. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow morning at the protest. Thank you.